Welcome to the House of Cush, where the evolved hustlers come to learn more about astrology, rootwork, conjure, and culture, as well as tarot too, y'all. But listen, today we're going to tap into the week ahead Cush Almanac. Now, this is from July the 5th through the 11th. And where are my manners? Hi, my name is Raji. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you're an OG, thank you so much for coming back through to hang out. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Now, this week, this marks a transition from emotional recalibration into deliberate action, right? Now, Mercury remains retrograde in Cancer, continuing to highlight things like revisions, emotional intelligence, customer retention, and legacy building. Jupiter has begun its journey through Leo, encouraging bigger leadership and greater visibility, but without sacrificing authenticity. Now, the moon, it moves from Pisces to Aries to Taurus and to Gemini throughout the week. This carries us from spiritual reflection to decisive action, grounded wealth building, and then finally strategic communication with that Gemini energy. Now, the dominant atmosphere this week is shaped by rebuilding with intention, courageous leadership, financial stabilization, as well as brand refinement and calculated expansion. We've also got some good strategic communication again going on this week with that Mercury coming through, all that heavy Mercury energy. Now, the central question for the week is what deserves to grow and what has quietly reached its expiration date? Now, let's get into the weekly lunar flow, how the moon will do throughout the week. So Sunday through Monday, we are sitting from in a Pisces moon, an Aries cusp. But the theme is going to be release, reflection, and spiritual maintenance. The week it's opening very quietly, and you have the moon supporting ancestor workings, dream interpretation, intuitive planning, and emotional healing, some creative incubation, and spiritual cleansing. So business-wise, not every slowdown is a setback, y'all. Sometimes your business is waiting for better timing, not more effort. Now, root work focus, I would like to tap into cleansing your workspace, cleansing your altar this week, your bookkeeping needs, and digital files before building anything new. Now, as we go into Monday night through Wednesday, we've got the Aries moon in the cusp. We've got execution, courage, and initiative as the themes for those days. We got momentum. It's going to be quickly returning to us. Now, Aries does favor launching improvements and making overdue decisions. You could also be tackling difficult conversations and starting brand new habits. This is a good time for leadership too, so the business insight that I have here is this moon is going to be excellent for solving problems that you've been putting off, postponing. You may want to ask yourself, what am I avoiding because it feels uncomfortable? The answer points directly towards your next level. Now, we got Wednesday through Friday, that Taurus moon, and there's a hint of money, stability, as well as value. Now, this is one of the strongest financial moons of the entire month. This is excellent for pricing reviews, your inventory, wealth building, investments, budgeting, and customer retention. Now, you may consider that revenue grows faster when customers trust consistency. Focus less on attracting new buyers and strengthen the relationships you already have. Now, Friday through Saturday, we've got the Gemini moon coming up. And this is going to be a theme of communication, marketing, as well as networking. Now, when you think of Gemini, this type of energy supports content creation, email marketing, and negotiations. You may even consider podcasting as well as live streams, teachings, and collaborations. Now let's get into the business of it all. This is not the week for you to talk more. It's the week for you to communicate more clearly. Now, the Mercury Retrograde theme of the week is, I want you guys to forget the cliche, don't sign contracts this week. I know we talk about that quite often. Instead, ask, where has your business become emotionally reactive? Mercury retrograde in Cancer, it exposes things like pricing based on fear, inconsistent boundaries, inherited money beliefs, customer service blind spots, poor documentation, and forgotten opportunities. Now, right now, the best use for this particular time is for you guys to refresh your evergreen content. You may want to update your SOPs and review your subscriptions. We're still reconnected with former clients and strengthening your back-end systems. You are also improving your onboarding systems. Now, don't forget, we do have Jupiter and Leo being a major theme. And this week's lesson is leadership is becoming more visible. Now, Jupiter in Leo rewards your confidence and your generosity and your ability to tell a good story. It's good for education, premium branding, and authentic authority. What is not rewarding is your performative success, your ego-driven expansion, and you seeking validation. Ask yourself, what legacy does my business leave after the transaction? Now, we've got some market energy for the day traders, and this week's emotional rhythm, it changes dramatically because we go from Pisces, which you have the markets, responding emotionally in. While it's good for patience and observation, go ahead and avoid things like chasing headlines. And as we shift into Aries, you got a momentum increase, which is good for you to have some decisive execution and, tap in on some short-term opportunities. But I need you to avoid revenge trading. Now, Taurus energy comes with this, protecting your profits, and maybe you're even reviewing your portfolio. It's also a good look to be disciplined when it comes to accumulation. Now, Gemini comes through at the end of the week, and it's fast markets. Now, this is excellent for scalping, communication stocks, and technology themes, right? I want you to avoid impulsive entries. Day traders, your weekly hidden lesson is your greatest advantage this week is emotional neutrality. Now, to my CEOs and founders, there is something particular going on. And the way that you are going to tap into this energy is by simplifying. You may want to ask yourself a few things. We love a good review over here. But what process could become easier? Where does my customer experience create friction? Which system wastes the most time? What no longer deserves my attention? And what offer consistently outperforms the others? Great companies, they remove friction. They don't create more complexity. Simplify. Break it down. Psychologically, the collective moves through these 4 emotional states this week. Hang tight for Pisces, which is all about needing meaning. And get ready for Aries because it's like, I need action now. Taurus comes and it's letting you know you need stability. And Gemini is letting you know, I need answers. Your messaging should evolve with the emotional climate this week, not fight against it. Spiritually, my evolved hustlers, your lesson this week is your attention is an offering. Whatever consistently receives your attention, eventually it receives your life force. Protect it. What deserves discipline this week? What deserves your devotion? And what deserves to be deleted, okay? You're gonna do some good networking this week and be very, very focused on your back end improvements. I also think content creation is good for this week. Refine your business systems. Now, we are still avoiding emotional spending and expanding too quickly. We're not going to be gossiping, reacting without your data, and we are not going to overcommit. And we're not abandoning our proven system, so we're continuing to reiterate. Also, unnecessary arguments, taboo. No. No, not this week. Now, let's get into these botanical allies, because we do have some new ones on the docket. Blue Lotus, which you know has been very popular over the time. This is good this week for enhancing your spiritual perception, dream work, and intuitive guidance during the Pisces moon that we're shifting through. Nettle is coming through for courage. It helps build resilience and energetic stamina for the Aries moon that's coming up. Next on the docket with the Taurus energy is patchouli. It smells amazing and it supports long-term prosperity, wealth attraction, grounded abundance, and practical financial thinking during this Taurus moon. A newbie, we've got Anisi Hyssop. It's excellent for persuasive communication, confidence, and attracting aligned opportunities under that Gemini moon that's coming up later on. And finally, white oak bark. Now, this is still going to give you that endurance and protection and the stability that you need while strengthening leadership through changing conditions. Hold up, y'all, because this is a lot of information. Okay, but useful. I do want to get into the ritual sweet spots before. Oh, y'all hang tight. I am going to pull a few cards for the week ahead. But listen, ritual sweet spots. We got some prosperity days, which, you know, we've all been working on getting to it. So July 8th through the 9th with that Taurus moon, this is ideal for your money bowls, your prosperity oils, your financial petitions, pricing adjustment, your wealth altar work, and investment reviews. Your best visibility days are July the 10th and the 11th, okay? This is during that Gemini cusp energy where it's coming through. And this is if you live stream, if you podcast, you may want to send out a newsletter that day. If you're launching any educational content, any interviews, networking, social media campaigns, that day is prime for that time period, right? Now, your protection days, 5th through the 6th, that Pisces moon, 12/12 on the timestamp. Good for uncrossing baths, a good spiritual floor wash during the day, ancestor offerings, your home protection, office cleansing, and your ward renewals, right? Now, caution days. July the 6th and the 7th, when that Aries moon come through. I want you to avoid them ego battles, that impulsive purchase desire, rushing negotiations, and reacting from frustration. You can move with courage, not haste. Now, high energy ritual days, okay? The 7th through the 8th. This is good for road opening work and maybe even some courage rituals. You could do some business breakthrough petitions. Leadership work is good. Some confidence building. And if you've got any obstacles in your way, like removing obstacles is good. Now, you know I love a good planetary hour team. It's good for layered work. Sun hours, okay? Good. You are going to be going live. You're going to be out being visible. You're going to be working on your branding, your leadership, and your public speaking. Now, Mercury hours, you're going to still be planning, doing your negotiations. You know how we love to edit and write during those hours. Blog. Now, I do see Venus hours coming through with attracting clients and prosperity work. consults and relationship building. And this week, Mars hours, okay, execution. We talked about taking decisive action. You can follow up for some sales, and maybe it's time to have a little bit of a difficult conversation if need be. But Saturn hours are coming through, okay? We're working on budgeting. You know, Saturn is all about that legal work, business audits, and operational systems. Anything long-term, planning-wise, Saturn hours is the best time to do it. Now, I do see some weekly power moves that we can all benefit from, so hang tight as I walk you guys through those. And then again, we're going to get into this collective reading for the week. Now, I want you guys to refresh one evergreen offer. Okay, we're going to raise the standard of one business process. Remove one reoccurring distraction. And reconnect with three this week, former clients. We're up in the ante. You're going to review your financial systems, okay? Schedule your content before your inspiration runs out, y'all. Strengthen one strategic relationship. Let simplicity become your competitive advantage. And finally, build for the next decade, not the next dopamine hit. Okay, now, I am going to pull a few cards. Damn, I got my bell again, y'all. But we gonna knock and break the energy up. First of all, let's take a moment. I sure wish I could play some music. I would. But music is reserved for the lives. So, let us open the road. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to stand at the crossroads on behalf of the tribe. Thank you so much for covering and protecting us as we go on this journey. And thank you so much for the gift. You know, we don't abuse it. We honor it. We appreciate it. We love it. We respect it. What guidance do you have for us this week? I'm going to let them get into what they feel, because sometimes you ask specifically, but I like to let them set the tone. The cards, that is, the spirits. So let's see. We got a little bit of something going on. The energy is a lot this week. Busy, busy, busy. But it's a good thing. Overall. On Caroline in reverse. Why is that there? There's a misfortune that has continued. This could involve an emperor that could be going through this. Aries energy coming through here. So consider the placements that we just talked about astrologically as well as we move through this reading, okay? So yeah, there's that Aries energy of a continued like disappointment, building some form of satisfaction. And now there seems to be a space that you're stuck in. 8 of Knives in the reverse. And maybe you're getting some emotional clarity about this over the next 7 months. 7 months are significant here. Clarity, magic, the Magician, Black Hermit. Clarity, things that you've seen, things manifesting. There is a 10 of Baskets, 10 of Cups in reverse. a family member even. Could be a Gemini, could be a Leo with this strength in reverse. There's a weakness here that could be slowing you down. With the railroad bill in reverse, we've got Cancer energy here. And this is a battle that you are continuing to fight. There's a situation over the next 7 days. It could be resulting in some form of lie or like deception here about someone taking action. With a Father of Baskets, could be a Pisces with this Hangman in reverse. Somebody's choosing to let go, but with love, right? With the Son of Baskets. And this has resulted in, there's also the mother figure here. Could be a Virgo mother figure. They're still going in with the Hermit in reverse, Mother of Coins in reverse. Maybe not as nurturing and loving. It just wasn't able to kind of get you settled in together. There was a lot of reckless energy here with the Daughter of Sticks in reverse. This could be Sagittarius too. Ooh, I was just going to say, Ten of Coins in reverse, man. This is a heavy, like, deep long-term work, whether it's generational or not, take it where it resonates. But that's what this week is consisting of, and we definitely touched on that. And even like moving on, Nine of Swords, it's time for you to move on. There is like a walkout almost. It's like you're torturing yourself after a lot of failed attempts to harvest or plant in this Ten of Coins in reverse. Like yeah, it's a fail. Six of Sticks in reverse, a fail. And it's something that you've been like missing over the past 7 years, and maybe you're not be receiving some form of assistance or help in terms of guidance. It's guiding. It's just time to move on emotionally. This changed the way you deal with things on an emotional level, and that is something that we're also tackling, right? So tell me about the past. Judgment, we got them bones and the upright Libra present. Six of Knives in the upright and collective. Five of Knives in the reverse. Clarify that Five of Knives in reverse. Ace of Baskets. Refusing to change your mind about something. It's a level of healing here. Betting on yourself for a very long time. Maybe there's a sense of disloyalty here, or even delusion about what was really delaying you and keeping you stuck. There's a fear here. Fearing, maybe you think like, if I don't do anything, then I don't have to deal with it, with the Tower in reverse and the Eight of Baskets in reverse. But this is an unhealthy collab, right? And it's stopping you from going on this much needed journey with the Freeman in reverse, because these people, you can't change their mind. They're not going to change their ways with the Seven of Knives in reverse. So, and this could involve a Father of Coins here, an earth sign masculine. You could be that. Take it where it resonates. But there's the energy behind that discipline, setting yourself up. There could be a conversation being had here. This masculine is a Capricorn, and you're the Capricorn with the devil here. Obsessed with letting off somebody's burden with the responsibility of protecting with building. And it looks like they may have lost a job, and it's messed up some plans. They weren't planning on it. They're keeping this a secret. Cancer energy here with the moon to control, because maybe this is how they exemplify control where you are. This is a leader energy. This is someone who's like making the decisions, but you need to be mindful with the Ten of Knives and the upright here. Ten of Swords. There's a betrayal. Ooh, you need to be discerning about that person. Clarity. Yeah, because they don't have anything to offer. It's a farce. It's a Monet. When you get up close to that shit, you're not going to want it. Six of Baskets in reverse. There's a breakup happening and ending here. Three of Knives in the upright. 3 weeks tops. Now, they're telling you about these things because as the week progresses, these things will be occurring. And There are some timelines that you need to be privy to. Near future, Scorpio, ancestors in reverse, Leo here, clarity, Taurus this week, Aquarius, realization, yeah. Somebody hides their true selves. They're in the dark space, like this way they move morally, definitely not by tradition. This is someone who is living. Now, this is a person or a heavy energy. Tell me more about this. It is Three of Baskets in the upright. Definitely someone that you were fond of. You were collaborating here, but you and this person are unaligned. We've been on that, and they've been telling you some information about some form of stability. Could have been stable with this Father of Knives, but maybe they're saying that you were overly emotional, and now this person is looking to, a Mother of Knives, looking to assist in changing some circumstances. There's a sense of patience and deep insight about an injustice, or someone could know about an injustice that occurred to an Empress or Aries. And this could have been some loss or stolen inheritance, some loss or stolen opportunities. And there's a sense of gossip and backstabbing. Five of Sticks in reverse. These could have either happened within or over the past 5 days. It's led by a Mother of Sticks, a fire sign feminine. Yes, this is the person responsible for this. Over the past 2 years, this person has been doing something to stop you from reaching a goal. With the Son of Sticks in reverse, they were trying to stop you from getting an offer, keep you in stagnation through relationships. Got a Four of Baskets in reverse to a courting. So be mindful of that particular person or their energy. There's something that maybe you are needing to rethink. You don't have all the details. Two of, what is this, Knives? Two of Swords energy, though. 2 weeks. Blind leading the damn blind. Oh, walk away. All I see is walk away. 5 of Baskets moving on. 6 of Knives moving on. 3 of Knives. And then maybe curiosity killed the cat, but it's only going to slow you down. The Chariot in reverse. Confirmation from the birds. This week. Anything else we need to know about this week? Anything else we need to know about this week? Yeah, somebody did something unjustified and they are not talking about it. Justice in reverse to the Page of Swords in reverse. Emperor in reverse, Aries, Libra. Yeah, somebody got weird and took a leap of faith. I know we talked about that shining through, and it looks like they trying to avoid some form of poverty, like doing too damn much. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, trying to quickly, like, they don't want to do the work to change their financial situation. It's some misfortune going on here. We talked about the Wheel of Fortune in reverse earlier. Yeah, this person may have caused this misfortune and they simply don't regret. Their feelings haven't changed. They were trying to get what they could. Yeah, you could have been offered something. Maybe they were offered something to keep you stuck. And I was trying to hold you up. They're building, but deceptively. And a Queen of Swords knows about this. Father of, well, not the father, but King of Swords in reverse. Manipulative, masculine, manipulating energy. Paid. Being paid to mentally encapsulate an Empress. Keep you in your head. Keep you stuck. But somebody's losing their gusto. something slowed down. Maybe their money. They have to come up with a new plan before the next moon in reverse, and it's sucking because nothing in the past has worked out, and it looks like they're ungrounded now. Things are continuing. Something continuing here. Somebody has to do what's right. I tell you that. That's that Hierophant, that leadership energy. Yeah, they righteously, they can't control your movements. And any like misguided force, yeah, it's gonna be death. It's the end of that. Scorpio energy. The death to this deception, these deceivers. Yeah, walk away. I got the Seven of Swords to the Six of Swords. Any like bad contracts, like deceptive offers, trend like in this deceptive Ace of Swords in the reverse, the Gemini, deceiving about a manifestation or some sort of magic here. This person, this King of Cups in reverse, they want to battle. They want to argue so bad. Five of Swords, King of Wands in reverse. Be mindful. This person could be reacting quite like emotionally and volatile with the King of Wands in reverse because they're trying to control their financial situation. They've done something really stupid and now they're in debt with the Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands in the upright. And it looks as though maybe you could know or you could have predicted this. There's a sense of worry here, though, about achieving or accomplishing a goal. And, again, intuitively, there's something that could be revealed to you in your dreams over the next 3 to 4 weeks. And, yeah, Ace of Cups. And this is what's going to lead you to your victory. It could be some insight about a new job or the route you need to take. And it's going to be the end of some battles and then the delays. But it's going to involve an active decision. And y'all know we've been talking about, like, actively deciding, like, showing up, right? It's going to have to happen. I'm going to leave that where it said, too. Because it could get deep. They getting deep on y'all today, for real. Heavy Pisces energy, but I just heard heal the heart, heal the mind, and this is gonna help you have good discernment with making these like them bones, like these decisions. And a lot of that shit is like recycling from the past, like spirit trying to see like, are you about what you say you about? You know, we stay at those type of crossroads. It's really, you know, breakfast of champions, huh? Now, yeah, trickster spirit. Who's this? Confirmation. Tricks. Somebody's trying to trick you. It's not. Yeah, somebody could be trying to trick you into thinking that they're not spiritual. Maybe they're inciting some form of peace, but it's not working. Because someone can't create, they are destroyed. This person is endangered because of their impatience. And they could be trying to minimize this, maybe even adapt to the situation at hand. There's a level of wisdom here that's needed to heal this or to fix this. And someone is restless. So their intentions are to continue to play games. Ooh, that's what they find joy in doing. They're really happy doing that. And maybe there's something to be hidden here. There's an Aquarius energy again. Something's coming to the surface. And someone is remembering something. And they are ashamed. And they shouldn't have done something. And they lacked evolution. They could be wanting to work with you. Because they're weak. And this could be a blessing, and it could change some things for you this week. Ooh, very much tea. Back. In the past, you were careless, and you didn't listen. So when it comes to energy, you need to believe it. There's a trap here, and you know, maybe you were caught off guard. You didn't have your dukes up. You weren't protected. And you were consumed because these people were confident that they knew you and they knew how to destroy you and send you into a victory in reverse. Ooh, be mindful of that type of energy. I'm going to leave that where it's at. Let me close that road real quick. Ew, that's some ugly energy. Now, Thank you, spirits, for opening those roads. But if you guys would like to get a weekly forecast and you want to go ahead and strategize, definitely click the link in my bio. I do have some available slots for this week, okay? Let me know what you think, though. How are you feeling? Yeah. Stay tuned for some rituals for the week, and we will definitely chat soon. I appreciate y'all, though. And have a good day. Bye.